everyone, Paul Finck here, the Maverick Millionaire, and you are in the Maverick Library. Isn't it awesome? And just want to welcome you to this special edition of Maverick Mondays, and we're going to be coming to you live, and we do this often on Facebook Lives and all around social media, and really talking to you about what's going on in your life to create a drive, a purpose, a meaning, to create more of abundance and to create more in your life. And one of the struggles, and I've been a coach and a trainer now for 15 years, and what I find over and over again is that people find their effort is pointless, that they do a whole lot. And all of you are hard workers. All of you get up in the morning and drive yourself every day to do stuff, to make things happen, and yet it just doesn't. The results don't show up the way you want. The life that you are living doesn't quite measure up to what you dreamed of so many years ago, so many decades ago for many of us. And it becomes frustrating. It becomes almost depressing. And with everything that's going on right now with the coronavirus, well, it's even worse. And so I wanted to address some of that and what it really takes to create a magnitude of meaning, purpose, direction in your life, and to address some of the meaninglessness that some of you are feeling right now. And so I want to talk to you about all of that and so much more. My name is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire, and this is what we refer to as Maverick Mondays, only it could be any day of the week. We're here to share, and to share the truth, to share the universal truth of what it takes to create a magnitude of a life, magnitude of abundance, to create more in your world. And we talk about how to do it and how to do it different than most, how to really come out it with a counterintuitive approach, how to come out it from a different angle with a different mindset, a different approach than most. And when you do that, you create the abundance. When you do that is when you create something different in your world. You see, the challenge is that most of us are just looking and watching, and we look and we watch, and we look and we watch, and we grab information out of the universe that we then apply into the world. And yet the challenge is that most of the information that you would apply, you got from the magnitude of people that are doing the same thing. And the challenge is that most people aren't succeeding. The challenge is that the stats would prove it to us. And I'm a firm believer in leaning on the stats. The stats prove to us that most people aren't succeeding. That the average income right now is about $43,000 or less. That most people, 90% of people are making less than $80,000 a year. And it's only gotten worse with what's been going on with our lockdown and our economy in the United States especially. And so the stats are that most people aren't really building abundance. Most people aren't building what you think they are. Now, on social media, we see all the glitz, all the glamour, we see the perfect moments in our world, and yet that's not the truth. The truth is that most people are one paycheck away from devastation. The truth is that most people are living from not just paycheck to paycheck, just one bill to the other or less, where they're playing the credit card fandango, if you will, and moving from borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and back and forth. And so with all that said, how do you get ahead? How do you shift all that to create a magnitude that really makes a difference? And one of the things that I talk about, that I really focus in on for myself and for all my clients, is a persistent, consistent behavior, which then brings you to a sustainable business model and sustainable success over time, which finally will give you that financial stability that you believe you're getting from a job, for instance, that you believe you're getting from other get rich quick schemes, or at least you think that you're getting from that. And so consistent, persistent behavior, building a sustainable model that is scalable over time, that it's your daily efforts that create the magnitude of results. And yet we still get frustrated, don't we? We still end up in this mayhem of, I put in effort every day, and then at the end of the month, I have, what's the old expression? I have more month at the end of my money. And so what do? How do you move that line? So much of what I hear is that frustration from people. So much of what I hear is the challenge that they don't know how to get ahead, that they don't feel like they're in control, that they work and work and work and yet never quite get ahead. They don't have any real direction. They don't have any motivation. They don't have any control over their world. They don't have any financial abundance or financial stability, and certainly no financial long-term sustainability. So what do you do? So I want to lay out some basic processes and basic pieces, and it's what we do for our clients. It's what I do for all the people that I coach and train. And and matter of fact, I also have a special gift for all of you, is that we've just announced that we're doing a virtual, because we can't do live. So we're gonna do a virtual event, and it's gonna be a full day event where I come to the table with some of the best practices on what to be doing right now in this day and age, in this marketplace, what to be doing for yourself to really get ahead, and what it means to be the leader, be the communicator, and to create that abundance in your world, and how to do it right now. And we're going to be doing that event. It's called Maverick Success Live Sneak Peek. Because I do a Maverick Success Live, that's a 3-day boot camp that, well, you've got to be live for that. And we're going to be doing more and more of those at the end of the year. At least that's my vision, that's my plan. Only right now, while we're in this lockdown mode, let's do it in a virtual mode, and we're going to do a 1-day event. So that is coming up, and it's coming up May 21st, so absolutely grab hold of that. We're going to do the link on here for you, and it's just a great event, full day, and get this, it is free. That's right, it's free. So we're going to do a free event, and I'm doing a free event because I know how many people are struggling right now. I know how many people really need this information, and so we're doing more and more to really get help out to the people that need it in so many different ways, and this is just one of them. So we've got that free event, and we're going to be talking more and more about that, and so much of what we're going to even lay out here over the next 10, 20 minutes is going to be material that we're going to expound upon and really deliver in a magnitude at the live event. So let's get clear. First thing that, when you're frustrated, when you aren't sure what to do, aren't sure where to go, aren't sure how to get ahead, you've got to really step back a little bit, and step back, calm down, and take a clear look at what you're doing. More precisely, a clear look at where you want to go. What are your dreams? Where do you want to be in a year from now? Where do you want to be in 6 months from now? What do you want to accomplish in 3 months from now, or even 30 days from now? And lay out the clarification of your dreams, your purpose, if you will. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you do? So often we get into our day-to-day routine and we move papers from this side of the table to this side of the table. We talk to a whole lot of people with no real direction or agenda in the conversation. We end up doing a lot of busy work we're posting on social media and we're talking to people and we're creating communication and we're having nice little chats and we're getting on the phone and creating one-on-one strategy calls with all these people. However, when we're on the phone, when we're on social media, when we're engaging in texting back and forth, there's no real directiveness. There's no real purpose that we're clarifying as we're going forward. There's no place that we're looking to bring the people that we're communicating to, and no clear purpose as to why we're doing it. This is really important. And I've watched people make this mistake. They'll get into all the activity and they're like, I'm doing all the things. They said to be on social media, I'm on social media. They said to reach out to people, to communicate with people more, I'm doing that. They said to do e-blasts, I'm doing that. Only with all that they're doing, there's not an end game to it. There's not a point in time where they go, okay, I'm doing this because I desire you to buy this product from me at this price. That conversation, oh, no. We're here to build relationships. We're here to connect with people. And they connect with hundreds of thousands of people with ever creating a call to action, with never having a real clarification as to why they're doing that communication, what they're looking to accomplish or achieve, and how they could reach the goals for the people that they're talking to or for themselves. So this is really key with the challenge with their success. So it ends up being a lot of busy work and never quite making it, never quite creating the magnitude of results on the backside for themselves or for others, which means everybody loses. So this is really key. First step, you want to get really clear with your purpose, with your drive. Where are you going? What does the end result look like? So clarification on what that dream is, clarification on what your purpose is for engaging with people. That's step one. Step two then is creating the game plan, designing the pathway, if you will. That's right. Step by step, we design the path. What's the path look like? Well, it could mean that, all right, we have so many calls a day that we do, so many texts that we do, so many people that we reach out to, so many people that we interview. Only with every single one of those communications, there's a second step, a third step, a fourth step, a fifth step, leading them to the ultimate. And the ultimate is an exchange of value. Because without that exchange of value, everybody loses. So what does an exchange of value look like? Usually, it looks like I offer up a product or service and you pay me for it. That's an exchange of value. Now, sometimes an exchange of value is both people do a joint venture, a strategic partnership where you both bring something to the table to create more. The sum of the parts is greater than, or the sum of the parts is, or the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Yeah, that's it. Those components of making it so that everything that you're doing has a direction to it. Well, the pathway is actually now putting into practice what that dream is and laying out the step-by-step process to make it happen. So how many of any one thing are you going to do in any one day? What does that look like, and what's the call to action on the backside? With that, you then want to keep on task. What I mean by that is you want to hold yourself accountable to make sure that you do it consistently, persistently. Where you do it every single day, where you do it every single way all the time, where there's a predictability to your behavior. Predictability. Where you know without a shadow of a doubt that in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, 10 weeks from now, there's certain activity that you're going to do in that day. Without question, that's predictability. When you can predict what you're going to do in advance, you're now in a position to create sustainable results, where other people can also rely on you, where other organizations can depend on you. And the more people that can rely on you and depend on you, the more likely you are to have high levels of success. These are all really key in watching what highly successful people do in their day, week, month, year. Highly successful people and how they get to that position is by applying these simple steps, simple key components to their world. We're going to be going into all that and more as we get into our live events and as we get into our one-day virtual Maverick Success Live sneak peek coming up May 21st. So absolutely, we're going to put a link right here below. All you got to do is grab hold mavericksneakpeek.com and we'll be able to get you registered. It's completely free and it's all for you to really get clear with how to create your purpose, design your future, if you will. Decide what you want your future to look like. Decide what you're going to accomplish in your life and for your future. Second step is to lay the pathway out. What are the strategies and systems to make that dream a reality? And then the third step is create accountability so that you actually have a plan of action that is predictable and that you're doing that plan of action consistently, persistently over time. These are the things that really make a difference. And when you apply this methodology, you absolutely will feel more in control. You'll actually create more of a sustainable, scalable business and create results you can actually count on. This is where it's at. So how about all of you? What do you think? Do you have a plan? Do you have a purpose? Do you know where you want to be in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months from now? Where do you want to be in a year from now? Where do you want to be in 5 years from now? Do you know? I want you to share it right here. I want you to tell me what your dreams are, what your plans are. You know, for those of you that aren't sure, you don't know where you want to be, we help you clarify that. So come on board. We'll help you clarify where you're going, what your purpose is, what your dream could look like in a year, 5 years, even 10 years from now. Then we lay out the strategies and systems so that you know the path, that you know how to get from point A to point Z. I will tell you, one of the biggest challenges we have as a coach, and I've been coaching now for over 15 years, as a coach, one of the biggest challenges is people say, man, get me that abundance. Get me to where I want to go. I say, where do you want to go? I don't know. I say, well, you got to tell me where you want to go, because if you don't know, you're already there. We've heard that before. The biggest challenge I have is people don't tell me where they want to go, or they change their idea of where they want to be every single moment, every single day. It changes up. So they say, I want to go there. And so you head over to that direction and you drive them in that way. Then they say, no, I want to go there. And then you drive it this way. And because of that shiny ball syndrome, because they're constantly changing directions, it's really hard to build momentum and getting moving in any one direction with abundance. So we're going to get you really focused in, really fine-tuned to know exactly where you want to be, exactly what you want. What is your purpose? What is your dream? What is your focus for the next 12 months, 24 months, 36? And then we build a path, we build a step-by-step strategy, systems to get you there. It's all really key, and when it all comes down to it, it's also the accountability. Man, it's who do you lean on? What's your team look like? Do you have people that you can delegate to? Do you have people that you can brainstorm with? Those are key components in your success, I guarantee you. And it's what, as you read biographies and you read people that have been doing this for a long time, it's where their success comes from. So this is a fairly quick, and I wanted to deliver this message really powerful for all of you in this day and age to get control of your life, to really understand that your effort isn't pointless, that you can create traction, create movement in your process to create abundance in your future, to actually create results now. There's ways to do that. Come hang out more, come spend a little more time. That's what all our events that we're doing and our virtual events, our live events, and spending more time with you is all about, so that we can show you the pathway of really how to get clear with all this and make it happen. So come hang out, come spend a little time. It's been a pleasure spending my time with you now, and thank you so much. Let's get real. Let's make it work, and let's build that future that's been eluding you up to this moment. This is Paul Finck. This is the Maverick Millionaire. And until next time, everyone, I'll talk to you real soon.